Hey everyone, I have Cameron here again with us. Cameron opened up his third escrow for the month of July. That's huge. Congrats, Cammy.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
this one is a little different from the first two that you opened, so I would like for you to kind of talk about, this specific one as far as the issues and what you had to overcome to get them back into
Sure.
escrow.
Sure. Yeah. So when I had met the clients, I met them about 2 months ago. They had basically told me that they were looking for fixers. And so what I naturally do is I don't always only send people exactly what they're looking for. I will send obviously the fixtures that they're looking for, but then I'll also send them turnkeys. In my experience, a lot of people say fixer and they don't know really what that means. They think that a lot of times you're just going to paint and then it's a turnkey all of a sudden, right? And so what happened was we got into escrow. We had actually beat out 32 other offers.
Wow.
We weren't the highest offer, but I had built some rapport with the agent, let them know why they wanted the house, and we had removed appraisal and a loan contingency. But considering it was a fixer, I just had this innate feeling that there might be more work after they get their inspection report that would cause them to pull out. So I definitely wanted to protect them. So I kept a 3-day inspection, and I made sure to order the termite and the general inspection for the first day of escrow, so that it would give us enough time to go over everything, go over the report, see if it's something that they could afford to do as far as building their family, and also they have a newborn. So I didn't want them to necessarily be doing major construction with a 2-month-old daughter. So that
Right.
was something I definitely followed the lead as far as wanting them to write the offer. I gave them 24 hours to think on it. They responded in an hour. Let's sign everything. Once we got the inspection, I had a pretty strong feeling that they were going to pull out because there was a lot more work than anyone really anticipated. At that point, we had already had 3 different offers out. So we had an offer out for 2 fixers and 1 turnkey.
Mhm.
As soon as I realized they wanted to cancel, I basically contacted the listing agents for the turnkey home and asked if we could do just more of a private showing, because the first time we saw it, there was a lot of people, a lot of traffic. I don't think they really got a good look at the house. And
Mhm.
so once we went the second time around, they brought the family, the mom and dad were there, and they just felt a lot more comfortable knowing it was going to be more expensive, but it was worth it for them to not have the strain, that it would take to actually, turn a fixture into a turnkey. So
Right.
I had already built a lot of good rapport with the agents from the open house. I'm very, very personal and personable at the open house. I don't start off business. I always just kind of give them a compliment, ask how long they've been working for, how the open house is going, and then I just make them laugh. So I just really become really friendly with the listing agents, to just set myself apart. And
Yeah.
so I was joking with them, had a really good rapport. Basically, by the end of the open house, they had done 3 open houses and they met 300 different families had come through.
Oh,
300 different families. They received 21 offers, and they basically let me know kind of on the side, hey, we really want to work with you. We're going to send you a different counter than we're sending to the other 21 people that
wow.
discloses a little bit more information so that I could give it to my clients and they can make a decision where the offer that we're sending is going to be more competitive than the others, which is what
Mhm.
we did. So we agreed to all of the counters that they had, and we came in at 30,000, or I'm sorry, we came in, it was listed at 665. We got it for 730. Um and yeah, I just think it's something that sometimes, even if all the criteria matches, there's definitely like this feeling that you have and you start to get as an agent, when you know your clients, that even if something checks all the boxes, it may not feel right. It may not still be that right home. And
Right.
so, yeah, we canceled the escrow, the first escrow. I, made sure to make it very professional for the other agent because I hate canceling escrows. He was really cool about it. and now we're starting escrow on the new home, and I feel a lot better about it. It just feels
Right.
like it's definitely what they need and
Yeah,
want in a house. Checks all the boxes, but it also feels really good for them. So yeah, I was really happy to be able to help them out.
that's great that you didn't see that as a bad thing and immediately got them back into escrow because I think a lot of agents will see that as a loss, but that was an opportunity for you to really get them what they wanted.
Yes,
And you also in this at the same time felt good about it because you said earlier you didn't want them to be doing all those major fixes with a newborn, so
exactly.
it worked out for
Exactly. Yes, it did. And I always think, worst case and best case scenario.
Mhm.
And instead of just thinking of case, I always prepare for the worst case. Okay, what's the worst that could happen? This report comes back and there's
Mhm.
way too much work. What do I do when that happens? I already have another plan and plan B, right? So yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely a better opportunity for them. It's a safer neighborhood. It's a lot
Mhm.
less work. They just got to move their furniture in and
Yeah.
they can build their family there. So I'm just very excited that I was able to help them out.
Oh, that's awesome. 3 escrows in 1 month. Not a lot of people can say that. So you should be proud of yourself. We're super proud of you, and we are excited for you to open more.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye
Bye.
bye.